Let's get started, shall we? All right. First up, this is me. I am Anil Harjani, SVP of Product and Growth. I've been in Hireology about 4.5 years. Been in Chicago for 20. Love this town, loves this business, love working with all of you. But today, to get started, this is our agenda. We're going to talk about the hiring landscape. For those of you new Hireology, we review our platform a little bit and how we can help improve your hiring processes, sourcing, and candidate communication. Next, we'll dive into some of our key features that we released in Q1 of this year, including updates to our partnerships, automation, and inbox enhancements. But that's not all. We're also excited to offer a sneak peek of our referral enhancements that are coming up in early Q2. So stay tuned for the rest of this, and you'll get to hear a lot of new stuff too. But first and foremost, for our folks who want to learn more about our value and what we really focus on, let's kind of ground ourselves on some stats. Really, what we want to talk about is speed being super critical in today's hiring market, and that'll be reflected throughout this entire presentation. In fact, half of all job applicants apply to more than 16 jobs during their job search. By the way, this data is just a few months old, and if you've been keeping track of the market, it has been super volatile. So if anything, I think this is a conservative number because a lot more people in the market these days, a lot of shifting. We're in Q1. Quite honestly, that's where we see a lot of movement. But generally speaking, sort of an astounding number, 16 plus jobs during a job search that you see applicants clicking into and presenting themselves with these opportunities. And so with so many opportunities available, candidates have so many more choices than ever before. This means that employers need to act fast to make a really strong impression on top candidates and move them through the hiring process quickly. Now, it's not just the number of jobs that candidates are applying to that's important. You got to remember that the speed of the job search is also a critical factor. We asked applicants how long their job search takes, and 31% said less than 2 weeks. So imagine for a moment, you open a job, you receive a couple of applicants, more than likely they've applied to 15 other places, and they're going to be a third of them will be done in about 2 weeks. So you need to be able to get through your hiring process running super efficiently to hire top talent before your competition. All right, so let's kick it off by reviewing the state of the market. In February, if you're keeping track of this, we certainly do at Hireology, we saw a lot of new jobs open with some new workers entering the market. That's a good thing. In this environment, again, speed is critical, both for employers who want to attract the best candidates and for job seekers who want to secure the best opportunities. So it really is, in some ways, an arms race to seeing the best candidate and getting the best opportunities. And unemployment rate is low. There are just many, many opportunities out there. People are working, and you've got to be able to either extract somebody from another opportunity, or those who are actively looking, you got to engage them really quickly. And we also saw about 270,000 workers re-enter the labor market. Those who previously sat on the sidelines saw an opportunity to come back in. These dynamics will continue to play out, but we think it's going to be some way status quo for the next couple of quarters, at least for the next couple of months. Okay, let's do a brief primer on the Hireology solution for those of you who would like a little refresher. And if you're a customer of ours or have joined a webinar in the past, you may recall we prided ourselves on being a fully integrated product suite that delivers this all-in-one hiring and HR tool that can help you attract, hire, and manage our talent. However, we've noticed a shift in what our customers are looking for. And we're adapting our product focus and how we really talk to all of you to better meet those needs. We think attract, hire, and manage is great at a high level, but really what do you want to do? And what do you want to achieve is really what we're trying to get to in how we're really speaking about our solution. So what we're talking about with our new releases is you hear one word pretty often, speed. Speed, speed, speed. In today's fast-paced business environment, it's essential to move quickly when it comes to hiring and HR. Candidates are in high demand, and they're not going to wait around for you to make a decision. For sure. That's why we're putting a strong emphasis on speed, both in terms of technology we launch and the processes we recommend. That said, speed alone is not enough. We also want to ensure that our platform helps you hire high quality candidates. That's why we're focusing on providing you with the tools and intelligence you need to make smart hiring decisions. How exactly are we delivering on this? Well, let's take a look. So first up, our platform has a track record of proven results that speak for themselves. When our clients focus on improving their speed with Hireology, we can reduce the time to fill by half. And again, time to fill is time that the job is open, the time when the seat is filled. Speed is just part of that equation. Our platform can also help with increase the quality of applicants by 60% in some cases. With Hireology, you can rest assured that you are getting the best possible candidates for your open positions. Now, we achieve those outcomes in a few ways. Most people focus on the top of the funnel, right? The number of applicants. We see that. We see a lot of people still focus on that. But with each applicant that applies to over 16 jobs, again, in order to get the top quality, you need to streamline your processes to hire faster and better. We worked with you to improve your workflows, leverage selection tools like pre-screen surveys, assessments, document collection, and get your new hires up to speed so they can start generating revenue for your company. Remember, just to put this in sort of common terms, if you have 100 applicants and you wait 2 weeks before you reach out to them, you really have only about 70 applicants at best, because 30% of them have left, or 33 of them have left. They've already got hired. So, and then you're going to go back to the well and say, okay, I need to either sponsor or I need to re-engage. I need to put more effort. And so waiting even a couple of days really dwindles your pipeline down. So I just want to really hone that point around when oftentimes we see people going back to the well, if you will, on any more applicants when they really just haven't engaged their applicants they have to begin with. So we also help fill roles faster and source smarter by optimizing your sourcing strategy through job distribution, employer branding, referrals to increase the number of potential candidates you reach, increasing the likelihood of finding qualified candidates more quickly. And finally, by improving processes and candidate communication, you can get engaged candidates faster than your competitors. In order to deliver on speed and quality, we take insights and benchmarking into consideration to help you make data-driven hiring decisions. Our platform provides you with data on your hiring process, so you can quickly see where you're succeeding, where you need to make improvements. We believe that speed, quality, intelligence are really the keys that will help our customers like you succeed in a fast-paced hiring environment. And all of our features, releases, and enhancements are aimed at helping you achieve your desired business outcomes. So if those are the things you're challenged with, we wake up every day really thinking about how to help you solve those issues. And so hopefully some of these things that we are about to show you today really resonate with you. Okay, let's go into some of the Q1 Hireology releases. What is new? So I'm thrilled to review with you some of the new releases that will take your experience to the next level with our product suite. We've been working super hard to bring you these solutions. Again, streamlining your processes, improving collaboration. Our newest features have partnership announcements like this one over here we'll talk about. And so let's take a look at each. We got Indeed partnership, inbox enhancements, automation, and then UKG Pro integration. First up, Indeed partnership. We've just recently expanded our partnership with the world's #1 job site, Indeed. At Hireology, we understand the importance of finding top talent quickly and efficiently, and our partnership with Indeed is so exciting. It's really going to help all of us, all of you, help you find your next best hire. So let's look at some stats here to ground ourselves again. So Indeed, again, #1 job site in the world, over 300 million unique visitors each month. Absolutely the top dog in this space. It's just a huge pool of potential candidates for your open positions. What's more is that if you look at even Hireology's data, the vast majority of applicants in Hireology come from Indeed. This is just last month. We invested not only in how to seamlessly connect our platform with Indeed's vast network, but also how we can work with Indeed to serve you more qualified candidates. So with some of that data, what have we done? First up, we made an improvement, which was released in Q1 in February, in fact, and already seen some successes. In the past, when you were when you're opening up a job and to get on Indeed, it could have taken hours and in some cases days, to be honest, for your job to update from Hireology to Indeed. With our new enhanced job delivery, posting on Indeed is now directly integrated with their platform. So no more tickets being sent, no need to sort of follow up on that. This means that the job listings you create or update in Indeed are automatically sent to Indeed.com, making your most up-to-date job information accessible to those 300 million visitors when they're searching for a job. Integrating with Indeed optimizes the hiring process, improves the job seeker experience, and obviously helps employers find their right hires faster. This is a massive effort, and working with Indeed literally, sometimes daily, to make sure this was done correctly has been a labor of love for our product team over here on behalf of all of you. So that was number one that was done, and we're seeing some great results for our customers. So our Q1 update is the first of several upcoming Indeed integration enhancements we will be making throughout the year that will be anchored in our goal to improve your speed to fill, improving the quality of our candidates. So what's coming soon? In Q2, we're actually going to be sharing some aggregated data with Indeed to help really inform the aggregation to connect job seekers with jobs they are qualified for. So improve candidate quality through shared disposition data. This is basic information that we're telling Indeed, this is how far this candidate made it through the hiring process. If certain candidates go through the hiring process, that's an indication they were of a higher quality, they were more interest to you for that particular job profile. We're going to share that information back with Indeed, and they're going to be able to run really sophisticated advanced algorithms against that information to continue to provide an applicant that meets that kind of profiling. So for all of you who use Hireology, it could not be more important on a go-forward basis to really engage with using the disposition data and moving candidates through the process, because that data is gold to make that top of the funnel even better. So this is some advanced feature sets. It's going to be kind of within the background, but we're sort of helping you. We're helping you on your behalf in that way to make sure you get more quality applicants with Indeed. So this partnership's kind of a new frontier. So excited for that to come through. Beyond that, we're not just done there. We are committed to providing the integration with Indeed sponsored jobs, right? So you saw some changes come out in January where Indeed sponsored jobs were under construction. We're going to do a whole new experience, and it's going to reduce the time to post first and foremost, and also get that top talent, but we're also investing in improving the interview process. But I'll give you more color on the sponsored job integration, by the way, in about a couple of months. Right now, it is under construction. We have a lot of exciting things, but for what you should expect is that what you do in Indeed sponsored on Indeed.com will basically be the same experience within Hireology. Therefore, one platform giving you exactly if you use both of those systems and you're using on two different, obviously, browsers or tabs, you now can do them all in one within Hireology, which is so exciting for our customers. We know that about 50% of you actually do sponsor your jobs on Indeed at some point in time. Well, no more flipping back and forth, and the value is going to be equal. And so we're excited. We're working on that right now, and that's going to be something that will be, don't hold me to it, but late Q2. And so we'll see whether that plays out, but stay tuned for more information. Next up, we're investing in improving the interview process for leveraging Indeed's video interviews directly into the Hireology platform. And so obviously, if you've used Zoom or Teams or Google Meet, Indeed actually has a platform called Indeed Hire, which is distinctly created for the candidate experience. And so we're super excited to actually integrate that. And you're going to see, again, probably later in the year, some enhancements with that to include Zoom, Teams, but Indeed Hire is going to be a critical component of that. So stay tuned. This year is going to be a roller coaster of releases with Indeed that's going to give 10x value than what you've come to expect around how we work with partners. And so our customers are going to have access to this vast network and quality applicants and a better sort of overall candidate experience and hiring experience for you. So more to come there. But those are some big announcements of what's happened and what's to come soon. Our next feature to highlight is our inbox enhancements. We know that communication is key when it comes to finding and hiring the best talent. In fact, when we polled our applicants, we discovered that a quarter of them expect to hear back within 48 hours of their initial application. 48 hours. So if you're taking too long to reply, you might lose that candidate to your competition. That's why we're continuously improving our existing features to improve delivery on speed. And this enhancement in box enhancements just does that. So let's take a look at what do we do in inbox enhancements. So the inbox is essentially a centralized message center for all of your email and SMS communications. It allows you to stay organized and respond to candidates faster. By the way, if you haven't used SMS in the Hireology application, let's get you on that bus because we saw probably about 1.5 million SMSs get sent through our app, through our platform just last year, and over 2 million in total messages are being processed just on the sent, not even on the response. So you might as well times that by 2. So 3 to 4 million SMSs are just being processed, because that's a really great way to engage with candidates. Back to inbox. Many of our customers were experiencing, let's call it disjointed communications by using multiple platforms such as email, even personal text. When communication is not centralized, messages can just fall through the cracks and can lead to a poor candidate experience or even losing candidates. And if you have multiple recruiters on your team, you might not have the visibility you need to ensure your entire team is consistent in both messaging and response time. Recruiting is a team sport. Our inbox enhancements help you stay engaged with candidates, reduce error, and streamline your processes. First, it allows you to keep candidates engaged by responding to the messages immediately. You can view and respond to messages right within our platform. We also have notifications that can alert you when a candidate responds to help you respond quickly. And that's just making a big difference in terms of keeping them engaged in the hiring process and reduce the risk of ghosting. Now, I'll say this in a little bit of hopefully this is a safe space. Remember, it's not only your candidate may ghost you, your hiring manager may ghost you too if you're the recruiter on the team and you need them to respond back. So those reminders help not only the candidate, but also the hiring manager to make sure they're staying on top of that candidate communication, because that matters. It can also help you reduce mistakes by viewing all communication history, as well as additional important information about the candidate in just one place. This just dramatically reduces the risk of making mistakes, such as repeating messages or sending the wrong information, just overall candidate confusion, the last thing you want to do. Inbox enhancements helps you make you move faster and work more efficiently by responding to messages without disrupting your workflow. With this feature, you can respond to messages directly within the platform without having to navigate away. So let's take a look at some of the results of what we're seeing, and then we'll give you a little show of what that looks like. Customers who are using Inbox are already seeing an improvement in speed that they're enjoying with their process improvements. The average day to reply dropped from 13 days to 5 days, and utilizing the messaging inbox feature we have, and that's just over the quarter. And so, again, one great quote from one of our customers: it allows them to be more efficient in responding to my applicants without having to leave the page I'm currently working in. And we also just saw a massive uptick of people using this. So we know it wasn't the best experience. We thank you for your patience as we worked to make this much better for you. And so let's take a quick look-see on how that looks today. So when you receive a message, a red dot will appear in this top corner here. And next to on the mail icon, you'll simply click on that and your message will appear out on the right side. You'll be able to sort by new or reviewed messages and just distinguish between email and SMS and see what job they applied to as well. Responding to the messages cannot be easier. You just have to literally click into it and then hit reply. And you'll see this pop out over here. So it's all within one space. You can reply directly within the screen and just kind of slides in, slides out. To make it even more efficient, We've certainly included the ability for you to use dynamic fields as well. So you can use templates to help you respond to the candidate. It just saves a ton of time. And so I want everybody to remember, we're not just lip servicing here. We really want to focus on helping you move quickly, but we're only half of the solution. Remember, applicants want to hear within 48 hours. And so while we're at 5 days, we have some work to do together. And certainly we're going to be fighting on your behalf to make sure you've got the tools to help you to achieve that benchmark. And so, and we appreciate a partnership to help meet those candidate expectations. We got more to come on that front. So super exciting on the inbox messaging feature. But how do we continue to be more swift in the hiring process? Well, automation. Now, you can't talk about automation without talking about some of the developments in the market. We're in the era of ChatGPT. I can be quoted perhaps last week or the week ago. There's going to be a free ChatGPT world and a post ChatGPT world, and depends on which side of the world you want to be on. And it seems like AI is just taken all over, but it really falls into the category of just productivity, automation, using technology to help you achieve those outcomes. Because with good reason, we can free up your valuable time by just automating tedious tasks so you can focus on what matters most, those human interactions. So let's kind of dive in to what was one of the big automations we just released in Q1. The hiring process can be time consuming and applicants might not provide all the required information. Believe it or not, we've gone from days where you would have to fill out a couple of pages of applications, if any of you remember those days, in order to be considered for a job. And now applicants may provide you half of, if anything, maybe just their first name. In some cases, literally, that is what some job boards are allowing to come through as a lead, or sometimes it's just a mistake on an email address, right? Not all job boards require the same information. This making data collecting challenging. In the past, you would have to spend significant time reaching out to applicants requesting they provide missing information, right? If you didn't have the information, that applicant basically was not valid, not viable for you. So automating tasks that are critical to the hiring process is key, but often repetitive, is our first steps towards creating efficiencies through this process. With our automation feature, you can opt in to automatically request missing details from applicants who did not provide their first name, last name, or even resume when applying for your open role. This allows you to spend less time on administrative tasks and more time focusing on meaningful human interactions. Now, many of you may be wondering, who in the world is applying for jobs without this information? Our data shows that about 5% of all applicants coming into the funnel actually miss some of this information. So we saw an opportunity. I mean, every applicant counts, right? So we saw an opportunity just to make sure we could help with that process to sort of close that gap and give you all the ability for these applicants to be viable by automating this process of doing outreach. And so what's some of the results? The early adopters are getting more quality applicants, right? We just launched this feature this month, and early results are indicating an increase in quality of applicants. Early adopters of automation are seeing a 20% increase in applicants completing missing information and moving into the candidate phase. So we expect this number to continue to grow as we optimize automation and how we increase the adoption of this feature. But basically, the system's just doing the job for all of you. So you don't have to do that outreach anymore. And candidates actually engage in that. One of the interesting pieces of this feature set is that you can actually send this out to applicants if they wanted to, if, for example, you want them to opt into SMS if they didn't do it in the first time. So these kind of work together. Or if they want to update their email, it basically allows candidates to log in with an easy link to update their email address on how they want to communicate with you. So it just kind of saves you a bunch of time from clicking around to update information. Let the candidate have some control. And quite honestly, they want some control. All right, let's take a look at how this works. So you can see here, you just need to opt in the settings page. where there's information, for this information that might be missing or needs to be updated. Once enabled, the system will automatically email outreach for the first name, last name, or update for the email address, or a candidate again can update the email address and resume. And you can see this red bar next to the applicant indicates the information is incomplete, right? If they got some things that's not in there. So you have a really good indicator to allow you to take action upon this. So, please do give it a shot. It is benefiting you in terms of time, is benefiting you in terms of getting more quality applicants, and certainly benefiting the candidate, so they feel like they can be considered if they somehow missed that information. Here you can also see when the automated message is sent and when it's received. So we want to give you some indicators, and those will make it really easy for you to identify. So that's a pretty neat little way for you to know whether it's the action has been taken. And now that what you have candidates in process now, but haven't enabled this, and you haven't enabled this feature yet, well, you can actually manually send this request as well. By going to the Documents tab in their profile and clicking the Send Request feature. So that's also there. So if you don't do it automatically, you can do it manually. That's an option. You can request additional information without requesting a resume. So really, it's about you can ask them to just update their profile. It's not required that they have to update their resume, but it will give them the option. And certainly, I would encourage you, when sending this out, to send a message, perhaps to sort of make it known. And we'll actually have some automated templates coming out soon that you'll be able to send a message that maybe gives them some guidance on what can be updated. But usually, most people are using this for updating, missing a last name, for example. All right. So next up, that was super exciting. Let's go to next up, which is one of our new partnerships that we've enhanced with UKG. UKG is a massive organization, a wonderful HR tech business. They're a leading provider of HR, payroll, and workforce management solutions. They've got many solutions. Certainly, they've got several different platforms, and we've been working with them for at least over a year now to get our integrations up and running. So a fun update for you between us and UKG. They have about 315 technology and services partners, and they're one of the largest people-focused organizations around. And we just felt a really good match with them in the HR tech space. And they're really focused on creating great experiences, much like we are, and to focus on having seamless integrations. So last year, you may recall, our partnership with UKG was kicked off with a UKG Ready integration. That is one of their platforms that they have that serves SMB customers. This was just the beginning of that partnership. We've now expanded our integration capabilities to UKG Pro to unlock more opportunities for UKG and Hireology to improve their speed with navigating the hiring process. A great quote from Mike May that working with him has been wonderful. By really building this ecosystem of partners like Hireology, is really about seamless technology experience, obviously with results, and those results is time back for all of you. No more double entry, as we like to call it here. If your people are plugging in names into one system to another, no more. Now they can use our integration with UKG Pro if they're on that platform, and it's super easy to get set up. So let's talk about what is that all about. So organizations with both Hireology and UKG Pro can automatically transfer new hire data from Hireology to UKG Pro as soon as a hire is made. It really is empowering you to get new hires onboarded and up to speed faster. Additionally, the integration will unlock complete end-to-end visibility into the system's data and reporting. So with the integration between Hireology and UKG Pro, new hires can be onboarded seamlessly and more efficiently. Employee data can be automatically transferred from one system to another and reduces the need for manual data entry, improves data accuracy, saves time. Finally, you can leverage your entire employee database to optimize your sourcing through our referrals platform as well. And so that's another integration you can use to actually complete the entire circle. So if you do have the Hireology professional package, and you do have UKG, whether ready or pro, I highly, highly encourage you to talk and give us a buzz. Call your CSM today or send us a message today. This will save you a ton of time. And if you're not on the professional plan, I highly, highly encourage you to call us today. This will be, in some ways, life-changing for you in terms of saving time and a lot of value to be offered there. It is a great, great, fully integrated system. So we already have some great customers using the integration, and we will continue to make investments to integrate with these partners that you all use with the goal of streamlining and providing that all-in-one solution for you. Just a couple of quick, oh, did I miss a screenshot? There we go. So just for you to take a look at it, how easy it is to set up. But when you hit the hire button, you have the opportunity to sort of pick the company that you want to move that particular hire to and the job ID that they align to, so you can sync the new hire that pushes into UKG. And that's kind of it. I feel like I need to explain it more, but it is really a push of a button or two to get it into the next system. So as simple as that, and no doubt a bunch of work that went into making that real for all of you in a really easy way. All right, we'll do a little quick pause. If you do have questions about these before we get into the sneak peek, feel free to throw into the chat. We'll try to get to it at the end, or I'll try to pepper them in before we talk about the sneak peek. So without further ado, let's get into what's coming up in Q2. And I'm because I can't help myself, I may actually share what's coming up after that, which I tend to do. So let's do the first one here. Hot off the presses, yesterday we released our latest innovation called Beaker, the Hireology AI assistant. Now, again, I'm sure you all heard about ChatGPT. If you haven't, just Google that and you will go down a rabbit hole like all of us have. And if you're aware of how artificial intelligence is quickly being adopted to improve our lives across all industries, we are super, super excited to share that we are the first ATS to go to market leveraging this breakthrough ChatGPT technology. It's one of the things we pride ourselves on, being very quick to market on things, and also being at the forefront of technology so that all of you get the benefits and stay competitive in your hiring processes. So let's talk a little bit about what ChatGPT, or what Beaker is all about. First and foremost, let us introduce you to, whoops, wrong. There we go. Meet our, first of all, how cute is that little Beaker logo? I can tell you it's taken our Hireology employees by storm. People want stuffies of this thing. It is obviously adorable, but behind that is really the intention is great technology. So as you know, let's start with what is the first use case that we've been focusing on. Writing job descriptions can be time-consuming and a tedious process. Today's hiring landscape, you need to be fast. One way to do that is harness the power of AI. You will see that even in last week's announcements, the one thing that the Google announced regarding AI in Google Docs, if you use Google Docs, was look how easy it is to use AI and ChatGPT to create a job description. Google recognized that this is maybe one of the most pressing or the hardest things to do is trying to craft that. Well, with Beaker, the Hireology AI assistant, now powered by ChatGPT, it uses natural language processing to quickly generate your job descriptions. With Beaker, you can save time and increase the quality of your job descriptions, ultimately helping you attract more qualified candidates to your open position. No more fumbling around and Googling what you need to write in a job description, circulating it. We're going to take care of all of that for you. And by leveraging the power of AI, you can just stay ahead of the curve and again, remain competitive. But Beaker isn't just about speed and efficiency, really it's about innovation, right? By using this cutting edge technology to streamline the hiring process, you can focus on what really matters, finding the best possible candidate, and also being, let's call it, maybe the greatest innovation of all is being a little bit more human in the hiring process. So taking away time, helping you solve those tedious tasks, and just by being yourself when you have more time to do that is kind of our goal. We are people first organization. So we're going to do a little short video while I voice over how this works. Again, almost silly simple, but here we go. Let me make this big. So creating a job description, opening a job. You're in there, you click next. Now you get the job description page. You see this little area where it says generate job description. You press that button. Beaker knows what job it is, what industry you're in. They read the salary information, and it creates the job description for you directly in the app. All formatted, bulleted, with a job summary, requirements, compensation benefits, and EEOC statement, all included. You can preview it. It gets you 90% of the way there. Remember, you matter just as much as this particular wonderful AI generated job description. You can put on the finer touches if you desire. Put your little spin on it. If you want more years of experience, feel free to add that. By the way, that moves so quickly. We're going to play that again so you can take a look. A little encore for Beaker. Click next. You'll be able to see this generate job description with AI. Give it a couple of seconds. It takes about 10 seconds for it to show up, maybe a little longer. And boom, there you have it. Beaker just took care of all of that for you. It's remarkable. And so I encourage all of you to take a look at how this, take a look at, well, what you got to do is actually, if you're interested, definitely you have to be able to sign up for the beta program on our website. If you need the link, let us know. But it is limited access beta release right now, and we want people to try it. So please give it a shot and let us know what you think. There's going to be so many more opportunities for us to leverage Beaker and helping you streamline so many things within the product. All right, let me get myself oriented here. Okay. There's a question here. Will two different companies want to get the same job description for the same position? Will Beaker pull the exact same wording for both, or does Beaker change it up for every person? Good question. It is not, it is definitely not guaranteed that'll be the same. It does look to see whether it does change it up. So if you want to have the same job description, we encourage you to save it as a template. And that certainly helps you save time as well. And you can use those templates and obviously, create those for our jobs. But it really is designed for the person who just wants to move quickly through the process, got a new job open, wants to give it a whirl. They've been using the same one. There is no harm in trying something new. So, and obviously you can edit it at any time. So feel free to do that. Thank you for that question. Okay, that was an exciting update. Let's go into another new update that's coming soon in Q2. Campaign management. This is going to be one of our pro features. Quick plug, at Hireology, we've got 3 different bundles for you to choose from if you're a new prospect thinking about having us help you solve some of these challenges. But if you're a current customer and you are one of our legacy plans, we have Essentials, Professional, and All-in-One. And that is really the best way for you to engage with us and get bundles of value. And campaign management is going to be coming out in Q2. We'll talk more about as part of a pro package. So campaign management, what is it? Some backdrop. In today's job market, again, with increasing competition for talent, you got to stay ahead, hire fast, capture quality talent, quality candidates. Optimizing your sourcing channels can help you achieve that. If you're like most customers, you're probably leveraging job distribution or career sites. And if you aren't, talk to us. But we believe your next hires are ready in your talent database. So what is that? Your talent database is actually a set of all your applicants, your candidates, your employees. Basically, think about it as somebody you've already met before or someone they know. Those are the people that are in your talent database. Not only do employee referrals reduce the time to hire by 4 days, they also tend to be qualified candidates as well. And so throughout the year, we'll be adding enhanced capabilities to build and engage your talent database to generate referrals that may be, or to generate even leads if they're currently an employee and want to up-level themselves, or whether they're a former candidate that may be considered, that could be considered for that particular job. They're sort of your silver medalist, if you will. And so campaign management is going to simplify how you engage with these multiple sources: employee referrals, employees, current or former candidates, you name it. Anybody that you've already met, you need to keep them warm in some capacity. So the first way we're doing that is by simplifying the user interface, providing pre-built templates, and offering automated campaigns. Some of you who've been savvy with our pro package and ability to send campaigns, you've been sort of working your way through the system. Kudos to you for working through it. We want to make that even easier for all of you. Our team analyzed millions of data points to optimize campaigns with top performing subject lines, content, timing to ensure your campaigns are set up to convert. We're ecstatic to expand our capabilities around referrals to scale and nurture talent in your database in order to increase quality applicants. Let's take a look so we can bring this to life a little bit. Okay, I'll let you take a peek at that. All right, when creating a campaign, you will have the option to create your own from scratch or to choose a template, right? You can look at that up here. You got some templates, you can pick one. You have the option to select the communication method down here, right? So let's just say you want to get referrals and you can use text message, right? So you make some decisions along the way, and you can leverage dynamic fields to personalize that message over here. You can select the audience after this, which we don't have a screenshot for you here, but you can see in sort of the build, there's an audience profile you want to target. Maybe it's people within a certain period of time, that maybe 30 days or 60 days. Or they may have some tags you want to sort of leverage. If you're an existing Hireology Pro customer, and by the way, then you can schedule that campaign and it just goes, right? Choose a template, edit your content, select an audience, and go. It's just a lot more easier to do this. Coming soon. If you're an existing Hireology Pro customer, again, we've done all that heavy lifting for you to make sure you are leveraging this platform as a source to engage that database. Whenever you hire a new employee as well, there's a little bit of a spin on what we're doing to enhance beyond this. Whenever you hire a new employee inside of our platform now, they will automatically be enrolled in a referral onboarding campaign designed to inform new employees about the referral program that you have already set up via our platform and encourage them to ask for referrals. So if you hire 10 people a month, there is no better time than to ask an employee for their help to shout from the rooftops, because they're already doing it, because they're joining your organization, to say, hey, friends and family, I'm joining this organization. You should consider coming to, and to generate referrals for the open jobs, and maybe for frontline worker or salesperson or customer success or service person or technician, what have you, or nurse, or etc. There's massive, that is sort of the best engagement opportunity, and we're going to automate that for you as well as part of this initiative. So campaigns and automating campaigns at points in the journey of that candidate that makes the most sense is coming soon to a pro bundle near you. All right, there's a few more things to go through, and then we will get to some more questions. Let me just take a look here. Okay, great. Automated communications. This is going to be game-changing in Q2, and we're moving rapidly towards that. So we're going to be expanding our automation capabilities that we talked about earlier in this presentation. Soon, we'll be focusing on other ways to streamline your hiring process. You heard about automated outreach to update information. but we're going to automate other applicant communications to keep candidates engaged, right? And reminders to notify candidates to complete steps in the hiring process, like background checks and interview reminders. We know your time is valuable, and automating tasks can help you save time, improve candidate experience, and streamline your hiring process. Remember, candidates expect to hear back within 48 hours. Without automation, we're seeing at best candidates hearing back within 5 days. That is not going to cut it. We need to be better. We're going to help you get better. So we're going to be helping you all set up automations to respond back to candidates immediately. And we'll also respond back to them. Thank you for applying. We're super excited. You'll have templates to use. You can do it via text or email. And then also setting a little bit more of a delayed response, letting them know that you're still reviewing their application, right? You got to keep that touch point. This is just like a sales and marketing process. Make sure they know that you care about their application. It's super important. And so we can help you set some of that up on your behalf. And so stay tuned for some of that. And then certainly the next iteration is interview reminders. Everybody's getting ghosted out there. The one little reminder can make sure that you're top of their calendar if they're super busy or they're missing, or they're just to keep them, just to draw them in, allow you to sell them on the opportunity. Background check reminders. These are things that we know you're doing every day to move candidates through that funnel. They got 16 jobs they're juggling. And so we're empathetic to both you and the applicant. And so some of these reminders will hopefully take some of that pain out of that process. Okay, I am just checking in, making sure. I believe we answered some of our questions, but that kind of takes us through the prepared conversation we have today. I am here to answer any questions. I will hang out just to make sure.
Yes, Anil, we had two questions come up in the Q&A part. One being, will there be any additional or updated integrations with Access Care?
With Access Care, right now, our Access Care integration is allowing you to send information for first name, last name, and a few other data points down to Access Care. Right now, that's going to stay where it is. But certainly, if you have whoever asked that question, if they want to send a message over to support, we can include that in our database of feedback. I'd love to take a look at it. But right now, there's not a planned initiative there.
Okay, and then one other one came from Ethan. He asked, video integration with Indeed will be on Hireology platform. So we will be able to conduct virtual interviews through the Hireology platform.
That is correct. Yes, I finally found the Q&A button. So let me just read it out loud again. Video integration with Indeed will be on the Hireology platform. So we'll be able to conduct virtual interviews through the Hireology platform. So the user experience of that is yet to be fully fleshed out, but you should be able to start it from the Hireology platform. And I do imagine that we're going to leverage a lot of the UI elements from Indeed or Zoom or Teams. It can be launched from Hireology platform. So the answer is yes, with some nuance that all of those details haven't been fleshed out yet, but it's going to be, you wouldn't have to like log in separately. It should be sort of authenticated within Hireology and then launch from there. And then I got a question here from Leslie in the regular chat. Are video interviews coming in Q2 then? Oh, Leslie, we're working as hard as we can. I would say more than likely it's coming in after Q2. We're gonna work our damnedest to get sponsored jobs done in Q2 because most of the challenges we're hearing is trying to get more applicants top of the funnel in some of our markets. But video interviews is gonna be a fast follow. And actually, Leslie, if you do use that in some capacity today, please reach out to us. We have somebody who definitely wants to talk to you, and if you're super interested, we'll add you to let's call it our beta or feedback with our product managers and designers. They're going to soon start doing some research there to get really hone in on what that problem set is. So thank you for that question, and we'll be working on that soon. Type in who to contact. Carly, can you help me out here? Where should we send Leslie to? Info at?
Yep, I will put it in the chat, Leslie, but it's going to be info@hireology.com.
Okay, thank you. All right. We'll hang out here for another 10, 15 seconds. I am here for questions. If you have a question, guess what? Everybody else probably has that same question. So do not hesitate to shout it out. Or if you're excited about anything in particular, throw it in the chat. Let us know. Oh, here we go. When will we there be sponsoring for other sites besides Indeed at differing dollar levels depending on need? So first up is Indeed. They're sort of the big gorilla in the room. I can tell you that as early as today, we do have other options, by the way, within the app to sponsor. So we have ZipRecruiter, Craigslist. We have some other options there as well, care.com, depending who you are. Again, Leslie, send us who you would like to use or who have you used that would be really valuable to you. There are some platforms out there that we are looking at to make it, let's call it, some that have like thousands of job sponsorship. I can tell you honestly, a lot of feedback we hear is that most people, when they try them, they don't feel like they're getting success. So if you find like you're getting some success from things other than Indeed or certain channels, let us know, and we can start creating a list together. So that goes for not just for you, Leslie, for everybody else. So that can be a fast follow as well. And we want to make sure we put something out there that works. Yep. So customization on Indeed will be available. So you can set those dollars. You'll actually have different objectives you can set, whether it's number of applicants you're looking for, or set budget, or set time frame. And so today we recognize that it's a little bit set, but that's not going to be the case with the Indeed sponsored option. At least that's going to be a lot more flexible, with just like you would do in Indeed. Great questions. The Beaker feature.
And then we have one more question.
Yes, the Beaker feature is not an extra charge. And so but you do have to sign up for the on our website to get access to it. It's a limited release right now, and so please do. And it is critical for us to get feedback on how it works, for us to continue to scale using the AI assistant elsewhere. Okay. Wonderful. So thank you everybody for joining today's webinar. I hope you're excited as we are about these new features. It's really been a labor of love of our team to really work on these for you, with you, increase speed, quality, intelligence, and hiring process. Any questions, any feedback, you know that we are here to listen to you, help you achieve your outcomes at any point in time. We're super proud and honored to work with you. Thank you for joining us today, and have a great rest of your day. Thank you all.